Yeah.
I can't. My Zing box is gonna play an ad at some point, and call. So
What?
you, all
Yeah,
y'all
man.
gotta
So
do is let me know.
either you guys, either you guys,
Chapter
well,
eight 52.
Wesley just went live, so I guess you're not gonna. All right, so then I guess
I mean,
I'll
you'll
do
be done in like 15 minutes anyway, right?
15,
Wait for
20
you.
minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll wait for you.
You'll
We'll
have
wait for you.
time.
Also, you wait.
Not for the recap, but you'll be able to come in
We
like
let
Oh
during
yeah, yeah. Oh
let's
damn,
no
oh,
yeah.
damn,
Wesley.
damn. That sucks too, because
Wesley.
I was actually charged up to finally
Wesley.
make my
Wesley.
comeback to recaps this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
Oh
should have
well.
said you should have said a later time or
Wesley.
something.
Hold on. Oh,
We'll just try to do a slow
wait,
recap.
nigga, turn up. No,
No,
just
you don't
turn
have
up
to
the
do a slow
live.
recap. You guys are always long with the reviews anyway, so
Yeah,
I'll be back
yeah.
and give my thoughts.
We'll just me and Kevin, I guess. Will be.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. I can literally cannot do the recap.
Dang it.
I'm gonna do the
I
recap.
was feeling, on my 1995 Michael Jordan return, man. I was just ready to return to the roots.
Y'all still hear Echo?
A little
Nope,
bit, yeah. I hear it.
not really. I don't hear it.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to record the entire call.
What if you do a backwards review where you give your thoughts and then the recap later in the middle of the review?
You bring reviewers. It's crazy.
I'm playing. Yeah, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna eat.
I like how Wesley just started the live without even waiting.
Yeah, he does that. He just I saw it
Coonery.
just turn on.
Hey man, I thought I was trying to speed it up.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga really wants to avoid talking to us.
No,
Fuck
you.
you.
He said at a specific time. He's been in the call for like
Yeah, but
10
you gotta
minutes.
wait till he gets in here before you start the live.
He was in here for like 10 minutes.
This is always a struggle.
All right, well, chapter 854. What the hell am
You
I
know what?
doing?
You know what? I'll recap until I'm called up because
All right.
we won't be ready. So
Make this quick.
ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? This is the live stream review of One Piece chapter 854, titled "What the hell am I doing?" And speaking of what the hell am I doing? Yeah, so the cover page features Zoro and Chopper both in very nice shades in a motorcycle.
I
It's
thought that was Smoker.
Yeah, a lot of people said he
it's
looked kind of.
clearly Zoro
Yeah, I
with the
thought it was
three
Zoro.
swords, and
That was clearly Zoro.
there's a swords on the eyes and the three
Yeah, I could tell
swords
it was him, but
slash on the eye.
the motorcycle, the hair.
It's so obviously Zoro, but yeah. So that was the cover page. We're not in the middle of a cover story right now. It's actually been it feels like it's been a while since we had a cover story, but
Yeah, start off straight with Jim
what's all that background noise?
Andre, I think.
It's me.
Like scratching his like foot. Anyway, yeah. So we opened the chapter with Jinbei like trying to escape, running off from kind of the lower tier Big Mom soldiers, and trying to close out the exits. And he's carrying Nami on his back, and they're shooting at him. And Nami basically kind of uses her new weapon that she introduced during the Zoe arc, and she wards them off. And among the people that got electrocuted were Chopper and and um a Carrot, who came out of a mirror, and they
Does this
came to
mean
save.
I had a
Pepper.
question about this? Because Carrot's the only person completely affected, is she invulnerable?
It might have
Hmm?
to do with her electro ability.
That's what I was thinking. Because
Very likely.
literally
Very,
everyone
very
else got
likely.
hit. He's fine.
I think she
Highly
just
likely.
entered the scene. She just entered lately. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Mm-hmm. No, it could be that, but I have a good feeling.
Yeah,
The little
I
lady
got
else
the
stormed out and got caught in, so she might not have been affected. But
yeah. We'll
Hadn't she
see.
been caught in a couple of those? At this point, it's just.
By electricity? No, I don't think so. But she is standing out like halfway out of the mirror, so she could be just
uh,
stepping out late. But
I don't know. I'm trying to finish this quickly so I can eat. But so we were in the mirror world, and it seems like all of our current heroes are reconvening in this one spot besides Luffy. And Brule notices that Jinbei is with the Straw Hats, and Brule remarks, asking, why is he there, and that this is the betrayal. And Jinbei remarks that he's trying to he tried to hold up his end of the deal, but that the wheel smells only of death and will, and they discussed the roulette. And after some discussions of that, and Pedro kind of throwing in his 2 cents on kind of how his story applies to that whole situation, and the whole story about his boy and him dying 5 years ago. They continue going on with that, and Boulay pretty much hypes up Big Mom some more, and that they're just not going to escape and they're all going to die. And then they go away, and we transition into a scene where Brooke is with Big Mom, and Brooke is just kind of being held over. I forgot what they call this, but
Those little Japanese doll things.
yeah, they put them on like trees and they hang them around and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that. So we have this scene here, and Big Mom's pretty much kind of toying with Brooke and just acting like he's a piece of art, and she discusses her plans with Pudding, and Pudding explains everything that she did with Reiju over the last few chapters. And this scene works to fill Brooke in on what's going on, while Reiju continues to be villainous in front of Big Mom. And she basically just lays out her plan to kill Sanji, and it's now explicitly stated of how it's going to play out during the wedding, where Sanji will see the third eye once he takes the thingy off her face, and he's going to get shot in the face, and it's going to cause this big commotion. And in the commotion, they're going to get murdered, and ultimately, Big Mom is going to try to take over the Germa as a result of this. We transition out of the scene, and in the 6th floor guest room, we go to Sanji's room, where it's heavily guarded, and Sanji, we see him kind of just sleeping, apparently. And then we go to another meeting room where some of Big Mom's crew members are pretty much just discussing what happened and came of the intruders, and they're all led to believe that they're all taken care of. However, the one who looks like a ball of cum, I forgot his name, but he is he kind of lies about basically getting wrecked by Jinbei, and that long-nosed guy pretty much crosses all of them off. And the irony of the scene, obviously, is that the audience knows that all of them are just fine, but the guards know, to the guards' knowledge, like they're all taken care of, which means this is obviously going to lead to an eventual scene where they're caught off guard and all that. So yeah, and it's more wedding preparation and setup, and then we get shots of the other characters like Reiju and Luffy. He's walking off, and Luffy at this point is starving, and you see the kanji for hunger, which my elitist Japanese ass knows. It's kind of coming from his body. It means he's hungry, so it's a growl. Sanji has the food basket, and he's just kind of disappointed in the situation. And then in comes Bobbin. Bobbin comes in, one of the first few Big Mom pirates we've ever seen, when Big Mom was first introduced into Fishman Island Arc. And Sanji's kind of making amends with himself and coming to terms with what he thinks will be his eventual death. And then Bobbin comes in, and he starts to eat from the food that Sanji makes, which is the food that he prepared for Luffy, knowing that Luffy won't eat unless it's from his hands.
No, it wasn't just for Luffy. That whole box was for
he unintentionally.
Straw Hats.
Yeah, so Bobbin kind of unintentionally just starts to take food out of it because he's a fat bastard.
He grabbed Luffy's meat, and then that sounds gay as fuck.
Chicken.
and immediately he sees the meat. Sanji immediately gets triggered, and he kicks this man like really, really hard, right onto the wall. And it's this great panel, and he catches the meat. It slips out of his hand.
That sounds gay. Conker.
Yeah.
Bobbin is shocked. Sanji's wondering what is he doing, hence the chapter name, and he runs off, seemingly towards Luffy, and the chapter ends. Before I go, I'll explain this further when I get back. But I especially after looking at this chapter again, I actually quite like this chapter. It was a good one. It was better than the last maybe two. The big it's still kind of setup / padding to the wedding.
Yeah.
But it's better setup / padding, like the content wise. And the Big Mom scene specifically was the slowest scene, considering we could have known that Brooke knows without having to see the scene itself.
Yeah.
and it kind of just reiterating what was already like shown in previous chapters. But besides that, I thought this was a better read. So it was a pretty good chapter, and I'll go into any discussion points when you guys bring them up. So I'm gonna go eat, and all I'll say is I thought this was a better One Piece chapter. So
Alright.
Okay.
Andre, thoughts on the chapter overall? Like
Chapter was-
Ibrahim said that scene with Big Mom was a little awkward. I think, in my opinion.
I think personally, the scene should have introduced a different type of conversation. In my opinion, like it was basically regurgitating stuff that we already like heard. We already seen like what the plan was. So it should have been more of a like what the three like. I think Oda could have showed us the 3-eyed tribe or like more relationship regarding that whole power to see the poneglyphs or something along those lines regarding that. I think that was like the weakest scene of the chapter, which kind of dropped the chapter down a lot. The Jinbei stuff, the only thing I like about the whole Jinbei connection is the fact that he didn't, like the slime dude wasn't like defeated. Like you can see that he was still okay even after being attacked by Jinbei.
You talking about Tamago? You're talking about Tamago, right?
Wait, what did he say? That we could still see.
He got. I think he got Millie Rock. Yeah, he's got. He's
Wait,
got Millie
Andre
Rock. Yeah. Yeah.
I was
What the
watching.
fuck?
Okay.
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. I was like, what the fuck?
We can hear you for a second.
But
Yeah, Millie
Good night.
rocked.
Technical difficulty.
This chapter called what the hell is he? Hello?
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Was this chapter called what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
I kind of like want to ask like Oda what the hell is he doing after reading this chapter.
What the hell am I doing?
Like,
Why can't I attack other?
Yeah, I think that scene with Big Mom, it took up like half the chapter, and it was like just showing us Brooke like realizing like what's going on,
like
and
the
I
chapter.
don't. We already know that as an audience, so it was kind of weird. Like, why is he showing us this? Like Brooke, we don't need to see Brooke discover this like slowly and come to terms with like him, like putting lying or whatever. So I'm just like, is this here because he's trying to like build up to putting not lying or like being on Brooke's side? Like, why are we seeing this scene? Like, I don't fully understand like why this is focused on so much like Brooke realizing slowly what's going on. And I mean, he could have shown us more of a fight between Big Mom and Brooke if Brooke was strong enough to injure Prometheus and all three of her shards, I guess.
No, he was only able to injure Prometheus. What I remember.
I think it said in the chapter he injured all of them.
That's my thing. I don't.
No, he said he only injured Prometheus. I at least saw a scar on Prometheus's face.
I'm gonna check right now. But
I think he showed the fight footage. Say about this chapter, in my opinion, like it's really like the only thing you can say is that Sanji's possibly going after Luffy, going towards where Luffy's at, and the Straw Hats are possibly are going to reconnect. That's the only thing I can say.
what the only progress?
Yeah. And even then, even with that, like just like Chopper and them, they have no way to get to Luffy because he's nowhere near a mirror.
Yeah. He actually says that this is the first time he three have been injured, isn't it? So he injured all three, which I was surprised at. That's a lot stronger than I expected Brooke to be, or those three are a lot weaker than they were implied to be or something. But Yeah, I
They
mean,
weren't injured. They weren't like defeated or anything.
I think she just means like he put a star on her or something.
Yeah, like they've probably never been scarred before.
Yeah, but yeah, we could have seen more of that. I don't know what the. I mean, he's focusing on pudding a lot. Something is about to happen with pudding.
Yeah,
Um,
I think at this point it's obviously, in my opinion, she's working with Capone. In my
you
opinion,
think so?
yeah, like even like that whole slime monster that she has by her side, it looks like Capone.
Is he? Yeah, has like the gangster look.
Yeah.
Um, someone complained. Well, Kevin, like you see what you're saying.
What'd you say?
I said thoughts in the chapter, Kevin.
Really, really great chapter, man. Oh, the 10 out of 10. You already know how it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, let me be honest. There's one thing I was kind of confused on because they did say that Tamago did evolve like into like a third form, or was that a fourth form? He had a form after that Duke that
After the
Viscount
chicken.
chick after the Viscount chick move. So I'm assuming that
Whoa,
was
whoa.
either him or that was somebody else. But when I
No,
saw, I
the
was like,
chicken
wait,
is
is that him?
definitely him. The chicken is
The chicken is
definitely him.
definitely him.
Yeah. I think what happened was he was gonna evolve, but you remember Pedro threw the
Oh,
bomb
that's
down
why.
to
That's why
stop
he's
him.
the one
Yeah.
that said. That's why he's the one that said, "Oh, Pedro like bombed himself." You know, Pedro and
Yeah,
Pedro like
yeah.
bombed himself.
Pedro stopped his evolution by throwing the bombs. Remember, he's like, I'm not gonna wait for him. I'm just gonna throw the bombs at
That's so unshonen like.
him.
But
Yeah.
there was that. And then the beginning of the chapter with the Jinbei stuff, I was surprised. Jinbei was like, "Nigga, nah, I'm not finna lose my fucking leg, my arms, my nothing." Like, yo, that's some real nigga shit. Niggas out here backing down, man. It shows a little bit more Big Mom's power. And then I think this chapter adds a little bit more to the whole like mystery behind like Pudding because it seems like her whole like my idea of her having some other agenda like definitely true. Like she's not working for Big Mom. She has some other stuff to get into. And I do think to address Andre about the whole Three Eyes Clan, I think all Big Mom knows is that they possibly can read the poems. I don't think she knows anything else about them. That's why they're not being expanded upon. The end of the chapter, Sanji pulling up and like, yo, we about to meet about you niggas. He's like, I don't really care. He's got mad. When I saw that panel, like my eyes were open wide. You already know I've been kind of like out of it when it comes to like being surprised by anything nowadays. So that really got me.
What the
And
fact that he kicked Bobbin? Or...
yeah, and he's better than Zoro confirmed. So all you Zoro-tard bitch ass niggas can
A lot
see.
of people were saying Bobbin got one shot it. He didn't. He clearly didn't
He
get one
Wesley,
shot.
that was a troll post, nigga.
No, I'm saying a lot of people did say that. Though.
He didn't.
He got one shot.
He didn't get some shot.
Like he clearly, yeah, he clearly just got mad and he was gonna like either attack Sanji.
No, he didn't get mad. He was out. He was
No, he look
unconscious.
at his eye on the last page. Like it's veins popping out of it. Like he looks angry. And he says, "What the hell are you doing?" That's where the title comes from.
Bobbin.
Yeah, Bobbin's talking at the end right after Sanji kicks him. He says, "What the hell are you doing?" And then Sanji goes, "What am I doing?" Because Bobbin gets angry. Like, why are you attacking me?
Yeah, but Bobbin catches leg work more. She'll catch that leg work. So
Nah, it looks like he's about to check. He's grabbing his sword on the last panel. He's about to chase.
I know. I'm saying he's gonna get that leg work.
You think so? You think
Of course.
Sanji's gonna beat Bobbin?
Sanji is not weak enough to get beat by Bobbin. Get the fuck
Bobbin
out of
is
here with
Bobbin
that
is a
shit.
big mama.
Bobbin is like a regular member. He's not a fucking.
It's not this chapter. It doesn't really give you a lot in my.
As far as like what's gonna
This chapter
happen.
doesn't. Yeah, like it's just like everybody just was like, "This is here's it is."
Yeah,
Like literally.
It's a recap chapter.
Yeah, like.
In a lot of ways, it's just a recap.
Said Oda was losing it, man. That's like 3 bad chapters in a row.
I don't know why Andre's out here like trying to like bait me, nigga. I can hear what you're saying. I just don't give a fuck.
I
mean, no.
Both my
I'm
heads, man. Getting scared.
Nah, like you seem like you keep bringing it up like you want me to hear what you're saying, nigga. I can hear you. I just don't care.
But I don't know. What else was I gonna say about this chapter? Yeah, I definitely think.
And it's just like,
Mama told me not to
how
say
did
her name.
Jinbei get out of just
How did Jinbei
What?
get out of what?
He just didn't step up to the plate. That's all. That's all that happened. You're overthinking this.
What did he say? How did Jinbei beat that
saying
guy?
How did Jinbei what?
Yeah, he's going in and out. I'm trying to understand
not
that.
Mama told
spinning the
me.
wheel?
Oh, that. Yeah, I
He
wanted. That's
he
what I
just
wanted to address.
he just left in a commotion.
I'm
And
gonna.
Big Mom did nothing.
This is the thing about that. They mentioned that for a reason. I'm under the impression, because, based on the way Jinbei reacted, that he did spin the wheel and that he's lying. That's my guess, but I could be wrong. I think Jinbei spun the wheel and he's gonna die, but he's just not telling them right now. And he's gonna admit later that he did spin the wheel. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, cause
Because why would Big Mom just
like
release him like that?
Big Mom didn't know. I think what he did
You think
was
he just escaped? He just managed to
he
escape and
didn't
nobody's
escape.
looking for him?
I think literally he was like, I'm gonna do this. Once it was time for him to like get up to the step up to the plate and lose something, he was like, no, I'm I'm not doing this. I'm gonna stick with you. Or he did what you're saying, and he actually did spin the wheel, and it's just not gonna affect him until like maybe a year. I don't think he's gonna die right then and there, but he's not gonna live for more than a
You
year.
think? Do you think
He's
Big
gonna
Mom?
take off.
But I don't know. Will Big Mom just just
yeah,
trust
that's my thing.
Jinbei
So
secretly? Will she
she
just
just let
trust him?
him
Like,
do it. She just let him leave. Like no, like
She
that's my
didn't
thing.
leave. I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying.
Kevin's
She
saying
said,
he
if
thinks.
you want to leave the crew, you step up and you spin the wheel. I'm not leaving Big Mom's
Didn't
Yeah,
crew.
but
didn't
you
he
gave
already
two
say I'm
options.
leaving the crew?
Yeah,
Didn't he
he
already
already
He
say
said
that?
that.
did. He did. And then she said, come and spin the wheel.
Yeah, but you
If you
gave
want
two
to leave.
scenarios.
If he didn't leave the crew, then he doesn't have to spin the wheel. I don't
All
understand where the
right.
logic is missing.
So wait. What you're saying, Kevin, is you think
I don't think
he
he
said
left.
you think no, but what you're saying is you think he approached Big Mom, said I'm gonna leave the crew. She said spin the wheel, and then he went, never mind, I'm not gonna leave the
Not
crew
never
then.
mind, but I'm not doing this shit.
And, like, that's what you're saying is happening. Like
Yeah.
you said that he just said
Yeah,
like, all right, I'm not gonna leave the crew then if I have to
Look.
spin the wheel.
There's no possible way he's getting away from Big Mom.
yeah.
If
So am I saying?
Yeah, that's what
How
I'm
did
saying.
he
That's why
get
I'm saying
away?
he stepped back. He's not getting away from her.
So
Either that or
he just lied to her and said he's gonna stay in the crew, and she was like, okay,
yeah. I
basically.
don't know, nigga. Don't ask me. The
No, I'm
fuck?
just saying that's what
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
the only way, other way. There are two ways he got away. He either spun the wheel, or Big Mom is just an idiot and
I'm
just
walking on
trusts
school.
him. And he just gets to walk around and do whatever he wants. I think the cream guy, even when he saw Jinbei, he was like, "What are you doing here?" Or something. Like, he seemed surprised to see Jinbei there to begin with. And Jinbei was like a member of Big Mom's crew. I don't think he would have that. He would react that way.
But yeah, I
So,
don't. Either that
like I
or
said,
there was a commotion and he got away back. I don't
maybe.
think
Yeah, it's
he's.
possible. I'm guessing. I'm gonna guess. I think the best scenario is that he spun the wheel and that he's just lying because he doesn't want them to worry right now that he's gonna die.
I have to go back and look back at his like how he acted in that chapter really, because I read it like right when it came out. I haven't reread it since then. Because I've been
What, this chapter?
yeah, I haven't read it since
Yeah,
then.
he acted kind of nonchalant. Like, he was like, I just didn't spin the wheel, and then Pedro's like, oh, it's a good thing because like he would definitely die if he spun the wheel. And he just kind of like, yeah, I felt like it was dangerous, so I just didn't do it.
Pedro said like that shit is like literally designed to like
Yeah, he said you're guaranteed to die if you spin it,
yeah.
which makes me think Jinbei spun the wheel. He's just gonna reveal it later on. Like, I'm sorry, Luffy, I spun the wheel to get away or something like that. And he's gonna die. 'Cause I still do not believe that Jinbei is getting out of shit. No, I think he's dead. I think he's guaranteed to die.
All right, I'm about.
All right.
All right.
Did he give his score?
Hmm?
Did Andre give his score?
Nah, he's an underwhelming chapter or whatever. I mean, he
What do
reiterated like 1,000 times, like nigga, I can hear what you're saying. I just don't care.
you?
Mama told me not to sell work.
What would you score this chapter?
It's a One Piece chapter. Do you really have to ask me that question?
Who would you say is the MVP?
Hmm. Who is the MVP? Sanji. Sanji MVP.
What was your favorite panel?
The last one.
What do you think about Sanji just deciding that he was gonna probably die and there was no way out of
That's
it?
understandable because I mean, people are also forgetting that the moment he met the Vin Smokes, all his past is like flowing back into his head. So all it's doing is just negatively affecting how he's thinking. So that's why he would act like that. People complaining that, oh, like, why the fuck is Sanji acting like a bitch? Nigga, he's put in a situation where like he has no way out, and now he's deciding that, well, I mean, I'm gonna go down, so we all might as well just go down. I mean, that's what it is. Like, it's really that simple.
So what do you expect to see next chapter? What do you want to see next chapter?
You can go either way, man. It's One Piece. Every little detail is put in there for a reason. So I mean, wherever it goes, I don't care. I just need my One Piece fix, nigga. Mama told me not to sell work.
Was there anything else to say about this chapter? I can't believe Miguel didn't show up. I'm trying to buy time for even him to come back and give his opinion before we cut off the stream. It was a pretty simple chapter. So, how strong do you think Bobbin is?
Vice Admiral level.
Vice Admiral level?
Yeah.
That's pretty vague though. Vice Admiral.
Imagine like you're throwing hands with Momonga or some shit like that.
With Momonga?
So yeah, Momonga.
Sanji's Sanji's either just as strong as Momonga, probably as strong.
So. He's stronger. He's stronger than Momonga.
Think so?
Yeah, he's stronger.
You don't have a lot of information on Momonga. We just know that he's probably weaker than Bobbin.
Okay, I mean we can use Maynard as like a bench mark. Kind of.
Maynard?
Yeah.
Who did Maynard fight?
He got bodied by what the fuck his name is? One of the Don Quixote family. He got bodied by Dellinger. But yeah.
Bodied by Dellinger? Oh.
You don't remember that? Dellinger whooped his ass.
No. Oh, wasn't that during the tournament?
Yeah, Dellinger whooped his ass.
Well then no. Well then he's alive. Then Sanji would be alive. If he's as strong as if Momonga's as strong as Maynard, then Sanji's
Momonga's probably.
Sanji would destroy Dellinger.
Momonga is way stronger than Dellinger. And Momonga is also way stronger than Maynard. I'm just saying they're all around that same.
Oh, Bobbin never got an official rank in the Big Mom Pirates. He's just a member.
No, he's just a member. He's like a fighter.
Did he get an official introduction? I feel like he's gonna be like a.
He didn't. He got. I remember in Fishman Island, he got a what's it called? Yo, what? How do you play the Fire Emblem game? What the fuck?
The Zoro hypes up Bobbin.
Zoro hyped up Bobbin?
Zoro fanboy.
Oh, Zoro fanboy. Yeah, I mean all the Yonko crew have high bounties. That means like somebody like Pedro is like Vice Admiral.
Yeah, Pedro probably is Vice Admiral. Definitely, almost definitely.
Because he bodied Tamago like 3 times. He's one shot his nigga so
and
many times.
Tamago's like a general or something, isn't
he? I think they're right under like
Let me see. What's Tamago's official ranking now?
He's just a fighter. Yeah, so he's probably like right under the fleet commanders. Because it seems like actually not right under, but it's her 3 older children right under them, and then it's them. So they'd be like, it's weird. The ranking is weird, but I don't think about it. But yeah, Tamago's pretty strong.
So like an official crew ranking, I guess. Just
Yeah.
the broker. That's surprising. So Cracker, he's probably stronger than both of these guys by like a lot,
Of course he is.
by like
Stronger than who?
a ton.
Stronger than who?
Baron Tamago and
Of course he is. What?
all these guys. Because these were the first characters that we saw introduced, and they were like traveling around for Big Mom. I guess I assume they were like decent, of a decent rank. But
They are. I
I
mean,
guess
in terms of who they can
apparently
throw hands
not.
with, they are.
Apparently
But
not.
they're just not.
Maybe I mean Rockstar was traveling around for Shanks, and he's like not.
Rockstar was 94,000. Bobbin is 300 million, not 94 million. Bobbin is 300 million. There's a big difference. It's a much big difference.
Maybe Shanks' crew is low bounties, you know, low bounty crew compared to Big Mom's. I don't know. But yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think? Tamago's next evolution is going to be, and are we going to get to see it or not?
Tamago?
Yeah,
What type of chicken? Maybe like a
probably an egg again, right?
pterodactyl or something?
I think he's going to go back to an egg.
You think he has what came first, the chicken or the egg type thing, where he goes back and?
I think he's going to
No,
go back.
no, I don't think he go back. I think he has something after that.
I think he's going to be like a golden egg or something.
It'd be lit, man. A golden egg, bro.
Maybe he's gonna be like a Humpty Dumpty form, where he looks like more like an egg, but like a person instead. Alright, what else happened in this chapter? So I think the next chapter is probably gonna be the wedding, right? How many more chapters before the wedding? Either maybe one more.
No, it's like two more.
Meet up.
I think 2 more, and then a wedding happens.
You think we're about to see Sanji and Luffy meet up, or that they're gonna, or we're gonna skip over?
Oda has literally no more reason to stall.
Yeah, but Oda likes to skip ahead in time and then go back or something.
Nah, I don't know if he'll do all that.
You don't think so?
Especially something as important as Sanji meeting up with Luffy. No,
because you can tell that we know for sure, like it's implied he's about to give Luffy the bento. So I mean, he could skip ahead and the wedding could start, and then Luffy could break in.
Nah, I think he'll skip to where like Luffy and Sanji meet, but I don't think he's gonna like skip a whole bunch of shit. Like I don't.
The king is back.
All right, he just barely made it. I was literally about to.
Yeah, this is a short one. Usually, your last couple of reviews have been running kind of long.
Yeah, this is a simple enough chapter, as we were saying. But give your thoughts. So, then I'll end it. Oh no. Oh, you still there? Give your thoughts. And score MVP. What you expect to see next week, or what you want to see next week.
MVP is a tough one, but I guess I'll give it to Sanji and what's it called? What are the other things? I'm sorry.
Favorite panel. What you want to see next week?
Next week, I'd like to get us started with the wedding, if possible. My rating, you know what? Listen, man, good vibes. I'm gonna give this chapter an 8 out of 10. And as I was rereading it during the recap, it raised a little bit. So I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. Sanji's the MVP. Favorite panel was him kicking Bobbin, and like I said, I'd like to get started with the wedding next week. I wouldn't be surprised knowing kind of Oda, like it's like more setup, and then the wedding starting on the last like full page spread or something. I could see that.
Yeah. I was saying he could show Luffy and Sanji meeting up for most of the next chapter, or he could just do what he normally does and like skip it and then like mention it or go back to it later on when like Luffy.
Skip what? Skip what?
Then him giving Luffy the food because at the end of the chapter, like that's what we see is about to happen.
Mm.
So like he could wait until Luffy's about to like just about to burst into the wedding, like to interrupt it, and then like mention it, he brought him the lunch or whatever. You could do it that way, or they're about to have some conversation. Like Sanji says he has a plan or something, most likely. People thought Bobbin was like one-shotted by Sanji. How strong do you think Bobbin is? Now, are they about to fight, or is Sanji just about to be like run on the run tomorrow?
I don't think they're going to fight. If anything, maybe.
Well, he has to silence him now, right?
I was gonna say, if anything, the chapter will start with Sanji continuing to run down the hallway, and maybe Bobbin has some type of devil fruit ability that seals him off before he can truly make an escape. And Bobbin's like, "You're not going anywhere." Like I could see something like that, but
he could chase Sanji to Luffy, and then Luffy could fight Bobbin once he eats.
maybe. But I do see some really kind of epic stuff happening soon because the guards and all those soldiers don't know that they don't know that all the escapees are like undetained and stuff. Like they don't know that they're free and on the move. So we could see some cool stuff and some cool team attacks and moments and stuff. It'll probably be Impel Downish. And I do see that the moment where Luffy does eat again, like he's just gonna go ham and it'll probably be hype.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What did you think about the Jinbei thing with him not spinning the roulette wheel?
What was that all about again? Like just the fact that he didn't lose any years off his life, right?
Pedro said like you shouldn't have spun the wheel because you're definitely gonna die if you spin it. Like it's set up that way. And Jinbei was like, yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't spin the wheel. And
He
that
said
was
what?
it.
He didn't spin the wheel?
He said he didn't spin the wheel. And somehow he got away without spinning the wheel.
All right, well then he didn't spin the wheel.
I was saying Kevin's saying he thinks that he got away because he lied and said he was going to Big Moms and said he's still her ally. And I was saying that I think Jinbei did spin the wheel and that he's lying. And that he's gonna reveal later that he spun the wheel and he's gonna die soon. But he just didn't want them to worry about it right now.
I don't know about that because One Piece with death, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I
But
think that would be good if that happened.
But there's always just been that feeling that like something is gonna hinder Jinbei from truly joining the Straw Hats and hold him back from doing that. That could be what it is. We will see.
What was happening? What did you think about that scene with Brooke and Pudding? That was people's biggest complaint. Like, why is that there?
It was the most boring part of the chapter.
Yeah.
I was reading it and like I was like, come on.
What do you think is going on with Pudding? Like, why are we? There's clearly Oda building some kind of.
Women are complicated creatures.
Yeah.
That's my explanation. She might be like.
Whose side is she on?
Who knows, man? She may like be faking her faking of being good, like if that makes sense.
We got all those scenes of Brooke being confused, where he's like, "What's going on?" So she could still lie to him. She could have some moment where she says she's not on Big Mom's side. This could be her like revealing that she's evil. Like it's something. She's about to have some kind of private conversation with Brooke. Is what I'm guessing.
Is she really? Because then that means I know it's going to take up 7 pages next week.
And Andre, yeah, she could try and double trick Brooke, where she's like, "I'm still on you guys' side." She could reveal that she's not on Big Mom's side pretty soon to him, and they could work together. Or like Andre thinks she's he thinks she's on Capone's side, and that's about to be.
Oh yeah, see, like Oda, man, he's not gonna pull this over on me anymore, man. Like he's Oda loves to give long character absences to throw them right back at you as if
Yeah,
like
make you
when you
forget.
thinking that you forgot. Like
Yeah,
obviously he's still a massive wild card, and Capone hasn't been shown in
it's
like
such a
20
long time. Yeah,
in like 25 chapters. He's gonna play a huge role, and he'll be a massive wild card. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. So
yeah.
that is interesting to think about.
I mean,
But
Oda did still mention that a lot of big names are coming to the wedding. People forget about that. Like there could be characters that haven't even appeared in this arc yet that are gonna make an appearance there.
maybe.
Um, so hopefully we're gonna get to that like very soon. I think there can be more than 3 more chapters before we get to the wedding.
Honestly, I don't see more than
I'm
I
hoping
can
it's
see.
next chapter, but I'm not
I
even.
don't see in more than one more full chapter. Like if anything, like if it's not like at least at the end of next week, then it's the end of the week after that. Like I can't possibly see like 2 to 3 more chapters before this wedding
we got
ceremony.
we got to deal with the Bobbin fight. We gotta, you know,
I don't see that being a full
uh,
fledged fight. We'll see. We'll
what
see.
happens
But
to
as for this chapter was good.
what happens to Brooke, all that, and
What's he scaring me?
Brooke's
Listen, man,
still
Oda's
in
gonna spend 12 pages on.
Brooke pages. Smoothie. Who's Smoothie's opponent gonna be? Like Smoothie was introduced so like dramatically, and then she just kind of like fell into the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she had that epic first page, and then like
yeah,
you see like ass shots of Smoothie like once a chapter.
yeah.
It's like,
Just nothing.
what happened to Smoothie?
All right, a pretty okay One Piece chapter this week. Very
I'd say it's better than okay. You know,
very simple. The
simple.
MVP I think still is for me is Carrot.
You need
She
to
took
stop.
no damage.
You
She
need to
took no
stop suck. You need to stop sucking carrots
no.
free.
Carrot, yeah,
Very strong.
Carrot's dope. Carrot's very dope so far.
Stop
She
overhyping.
was the only one who took no damage, man, so far. Like everybody, even Luffy's beaten up now. She's 100% fine mentally and physically.
Strong, right?
Yeah. And I'm kind of hoping Zoro fanboy hypes up Bobbin a lot. I'm kind of hoping Bobbin is like very strong too. I'm hoping something happens. Maybe it's the beginning of the Sanji Rocky comeback like sequence where he just goes, he just completely destroyed Bobbin right now, and then gets away, and then you know fights a couple guards up until the wedding. Sanji just like going hand from now next chapter up until the wedding. Is what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. Not a bad movie at all. Not a bad chapter. Just more build up.
This was an 18.8 rebound. Good stuff.
All right, I'm gonna get there.
All right, peace out.
Mm-hmm.